The Chicago Bears have sent a loud and clear message to the NFL. This is not the same team you saw last year. At Halas Hall, during their first joint practice of 2025 against the Miami Dolphins, the Bears delivered a commanding performance that turned heads and reminded fans why this season has such high expectations. From the moment practice started, head coach Ben Johnson made it known. Discipline comes first. He told the team there would be consequences for any fights breaking out, a warning that was tested early. Jonathan Owens found himself in a heated exchange with a Dolphins receiver, and later, Tariq Stevenson nearly joined the fray. Even Tremaine Edmunds, the towering 6'5" linebacker, had to be pulled back at one point. The energy? Absolutely electric. The Bears weren't just there to run drills, they were there to set a tone. Ben Johnson didn't sugarcoat anything either. Speaking before practice, he addressed the team's inconsistent offensive execution during camp. Everyone has taken their turn making mistakes, he admitted, but that's exactly why he's here. Johnson is building a culture where accountability isn't hidden in the locker room. It's addressed openly in front of the media and in front of teammates. That grit is already shaping the Bears' identity. Johnson also shared some important updates on how the Bears will handle upcoming preseason action. Caleb Williams and several starters took the bulk of reps in this joint practice, but will not play in the preseason opener against Miami. Instead, backups like Tyson Bagent will get extended playing time while starters are preserved for later, possibly debuting in Week 2 of the preseason against the Buffalo Bills. The message is clear. This week is about evaluating depth and finding fighters who belong on the final roster. On the injury front, there was some relief. Darnell Wright was back in pads after his scare earlier in the week. Unfortunately, Karana Megaji remained sidelined, missing valuable reps as the current backup right tackle, and Kyler Gordon's status remains uncertain with no timeline for return. Andrew Billings had a brief injury scare but returned to action quickly, a positive sign for the defensive front. One of the biggest early roster notes was the quarterback depth chart. Johnson confirmed Tyson Bagent will serve as QB2 heading into the preseason opener, earning the start against Miami. While some Dolphins stars like Tyreek Hill and Darren Waller were sidelined, the Bears still took full advantage of the opportunity to test their schemes and intensity against a competitive opponent. Let's talk offense, because while it wasn't perfect, there were moments that should have every Bears fan feeling excited. The left tackle rotation was a storyline of its own. Braxton Jones began practice with the starters, a sign that the coaching staff still views him as the likely Week 1 starter. He was followed by Amir Trapelo and Theo Benedect in a continuing rotation designed to keep competition alive. The message? The job is Braxton's to lose, but no one is safe without consistency. Caleb Williams had what could best be described as an up-and-down day, but with a very clear upward trajectory. His first pass attempt in 11 on 11 drills was picked off, intended for Cole Kmet. The old narrative would have been rookie mistake, but Williams bounced back immediately, delivering a deep strike to Olamide Zaccheaus for a big gain. That resilience is exactly what you want to see from your franchise quarterback. Williams also showcased his ability to push the ball downfield with precision. One of the day's biggest highlights came when he stepped up in the pocket and launched a 70-yard touchdown pass to Zaccheaus, who turned on the Jets to finish the play. Reports from the sideline noted that the Bears' passing attack sliced through Miami's secondary on several occasions, a promising development considering the early camp struggles. Yes, there were hiccups, notably a handful of false starts early in practice, but the key takeaway is that Williams adjusted quickly and eliminated those errors as the session went on. The offense seemed to feed off that rhythm, producing multiple explosive plays. Backup QB Tyson Bagent also made his mark, connecting with rookie Colson Loven on a beautiful 50-yard touchdown. It wasn't just the passing game making waves either. Kyle Monangai, the rookie running back, continued to work with the first team. His decisiveness, vision, and ability to accelerate through gaps have impressed coaches enough to earn him extended opportunities. And now, before we dive into the defensive domination, a quick note for those of you who are riding this Bears journey with us. Before listening to the latest news, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss a Bears update. Every like and comment fuels the grind to bring you inside Halas Hall. If you're pumped about this team's energy, drop a bear down in the comments right now. If the offense provided flashes, the defense delivered a full-on statement. This was, without exaggeration, one of the most physically dominant defensive practices the Bears have had in years, and it came against a team known for speed and offensive creativity. Early in one-on-one drills, Dolphins receivers found some success. But once the Bears' defensive back settled in, it was all Chicago. Jaquan Brisker, who's putting together one of the best camps of his career, set the tone with an interception in 7-on-7 drills. Minutes later, Montez recorded back-to-back sacks, followed by a perfectly timed blitz from Brisker and Josh Blackwell. The secondary's depth was on full display. Terrell Smith broke up multiple passes, Kevin Byard came down with an interception off a tipped ball, and Terrell Smith's physicality frustrated Miami's receivers all day. Keep in mind, this dominance came without Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon in the lineup. One of the standout stories of the day was Terrell Wright, a player many assumed would struggle to even make the roster. Instead, Wright's sticky coverage and near interceptions had the coaching staff buzzing. Even when facing Miami's top route runners, he held his ground, forcing contested catches and throwing off timing. The physical tone extended beyond coverage. Tariq Stevenson delivered a crushing hit on Jalen Waddle, forcing a fumble. Tremaine Edmunds jumped a route for a pick, bobbled it, then secured the ball and took off, sending the Bears sideline into a frenzy. Dexter Sr. was a nightmare for Miami's offensive line, winning reps from multiple alignments and earning praise from both teammates and reporters. Even veterans like Grady Jarrett joined in, knifing into the backfield for tackles for loss and drawing cheers from family in attendance. Jonathan Owens capped things off with a hard collision in special teams work, showing that the intensity wasn't limited to the starters. The only minor concern was occasional inconsistency from the defensive line's left side in run defense, but overall, this was a day owned by Chicago's defense. Final thoughts: if you're a Bears fan, this joint practice should give you more than just optimism, it should give you confidence. The leadership from Ben Johnson, the resilience of Caleb Williams, the continued growth of rookies like Kyle Monangai, and the flat-out dominance of a secondary missing two starters all point to a team that's ready to punch above its weight in 2025. Yes, it's just practice. Yes, there's a long road to go before the regular season. But this is how winning cultures are built, rep by rep, drill by drill, hit by hit. And from the energy at Halas Hall today, it's clear the Bears are building something real. Bear down.